Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and it is time for some more Minecraft bingo. I have seed 7343254, which is the monthly challenge seed. And unlike the weekly challenges, the monthly challenge seed, in this case for the month of September, is a challenge where you can practice. And so I spent 2 to 2.5 hours in a live stream earlier today practicing this seed, learning this particular bingo card, learning all about the world spawn and where I could go to get various resources, and trying to plan a route. And today I'm going to try to execute on that, and we'll see how it turns out. You always get a little bird's eye view of the spawn. You can see there's some pumpkins over there in the distance, and that's actually one of the first things I'm going to go for because pumpkin seeds are one of the things that are on this card. Game will start in another moment. Start, go. Okay, and I believe I'm headed to the south. Yes. All right, and we will see how well or not I actually remember the details of my route, because it's been a number of hours and I haven't done any more practice. But there's a lot of things to get on this card, and so yeah, I just tried to find the most difficult or important ones and figure it out from there. That was a little slow because I was underwater getting that clay, but I wanted to get it while I saw it and remembered it. Let's see. So one of the most difficult things on this card was an enchanted book. And it turns out that I located one in a mine shaft chest underground, and you'll get to see me get that pretty shortly because it's relatively early on in the route. But there is our first item, pretty much. Right, there was clay right here, I forgot. That's better clay to get if I'm trying to go for a faster time. The pumpkin seed can be our first item, and I also forgot to chop down any trees earlier. So let's go ahead and chop down a tree so we can get initial tools, because there's some stone right over here. And so I'm already finding a number of ways that I could go back and optimize this potentially. And while the world seed and the world spawn are indeed fixed as a result of the seeded bingo card generation, it's still the case that there's a lot of randomness that happens as well, just as a result of normal Minecraft play. We'll have kind of random mob spawns and a number of other things that makes things unexpected, and we may have to play particularly skillfully at different points to deal with mobs and whatnot. But from here, let me go ahead and do the usual initial stuff. I am going to get some initial tools, and I know that there's some coal if I dig a little bit further into this wall, and so I'm going to get those things and then fast forward, and I'll see you guys in a moment. A glass bottle is another thing that I believe I need, as well as a brick, which I'll be able to get in just a moment. All right, that's already cooked up, so I can go ahead and pick this up. The brick will register. There are various chickens nearby, and there's some other chickens that I'll be able to get an egg from, so I don't mind killing these in order to get a little bit of initial food, potentially. And now there's a spider dungeon right down here. I think I want to dig right here, actually, if I'm remembering correctly. Guess we're about to find out. Get into the spider dungeon, because it has some wheat that I will need for cookies, and also a little bit of iron and redstone I can use for a compass. And so, all right, I dug to the right spot almost. And our little ceiling hole has given us some light into here. Okay, I'm going to need that spider eye. So let's grab that. There's also a skeleton dungeon very nearby. All right, that's good enough. Let's get back out of here. Oh, crap. Go away, go away. Oh, right, and there's a little bit of iron in the wall that I wouldn't mind getting as well, because the route that I have is a little bit short on iron. But now let's get out of here. Where's my hole? It's here. All right, I didn't come down. I meant to fall onto that ledge and take less fall damage, but that'll work. All right. Great. Okay, so we're back out of there. Now, I need to remember when I come out of here, there's going to be some chickens up on this hill that I'll need to get. I still haven't cooked any of this food, and I want to consider doing that. Do I need to do that? I should probably do that before I go down here. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of food cooking, just because I happen to have a little bit. I am going to need some sugar for my fermented spider eye at some point. And I'm also going to need, I'm going to go ahead right now and make the compass just to go ahead and get that thing out of my inventory. And I'll go ahead and make the paper that I'm going to need for a book. And I will grab this. And now I think we can head downstairs over here and we can get to the abandoned. I don't have torches and I'm going to need some torches downstairs. So let's do this. Okay. And we can head down, I'll pick that back up in a moment, into a cave, and I believe I'm facing north again right now. Yes, good. And there's some iron here, and I need to get all of this iron, because I need to make a cauldron at some point later, and it will also be very useful to have an iron pick. In fact, I wonder if it would have been smarter or faster to like get the iron pick at the beginning, but I want to dig straight down. I'm still facing north, right? Yes. I'm going to fall into a little cave here. Hopefully there won't be like a creeper right here. I hear a bat, but it looks like we're safe. There's some more coal here, and I'm going to need it. So I'm going to grab that coal really quick. And then I need to dig basically like right down right here. And then I can kind of staircase down. There are some silverfish blocks right above me, and so I didn't want to dig straight down right at the beginning. But this is going to bring me into an abandoned mine shaft, where there will be a minecart chest right here. So I'll get a minecart, I'm going to get some gold, I'm going to get some rails, and a whole bunch of good stuff. And then, right, there is an emerald down here, but I don't think I need the emerald from down here, because it turns out that there's going to be a jungle temple that's going to have an emerald sometimes. So I found this really weird jungle temple where sometimes there has been... Where's the hole that I came through the ceiling? Right here. I'm not sure I have enough blocks. We'll find out. Sometimes there was a chest that spawned in it, and sometimes the chest glitched out. And I'm not sure kind of exactly what's up with that. That's where I found the iron, right? And so we'll see when I get to the jungle temple if the things I want are actually there. But so far we're making good time. Okay, so somewhere around here there are chickens. I'm going to go back to, I know there's chickens like over here right by the water. And by now we are some 500 seconds in. Yeah, they should have laid an egg. At least one of them. So if I can find these chickens. Here's chickens. Assuming they're within render distance. Any eggs? Here's an egg. Great. Forgot to get the egg the last time I tried doing this run. Let's go ahead and update the map just to see what we've got so far, which is a fair amount of stuff. So we're doing pretty well. I'm going to need to use 2 iron to make shears at some point. I'm definitely going to need some more wood, and we're going to make a boat in just a moment to sail towards the jungle and the jungle temple, as well as some swamps where we might be able to get a slime. All the talking I'm doing is as much for me as it is for you, because I'm trying to think through all of the things and try to make sure I haven't forgotten things in the course of practicing and trying to put together this route. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so let's take this wood and let's make a boat. And I have enough wood that I can... Well, I'm not going to be coming back here, hopefully, so I'll bring the crafting table with me. All right, and there's also going to be cows over at the jungle. In terms of, let's see, if I'm heading to the north, there's the west. Okay, so the sun's about to set. So I'm going to try to clear out the swamp. There's going to be 2 brown mushrooms and 1 red mushroom that I'm going to need to make mushroom stew and to make the fermented spider eye. The fermented spider eye I could already create within my own inventory. There's the jungle that's going to have a jungle temple just in this direction that will hopefully have the emerald that we seek. We already got gold from the minecart chest. Here is our first brown mushroom. The boat's going to crash and we're going to get some sticks and things. like so. And then I'm going to try to tear down a bit of tall grass here in the swamp in the hopes of creating more spawning spaces for the, and eventually I'm going to dig down right there. But let's not leave a torch there because that's a possible spawning space. Okay, I really need food. I have next to nothing in the way of food. But I also need to get the red mushroom that's over there. You just saw it to the right, perhaps, if you have good eyes. But let's also just try to take out some tall grass to create more spawning spaces over here. And actually, if I get some extra mushrooms, I could get like an extra mushroom soup, potentially. And apparently there's some spiders in a cave below me. I don't think that's a dungeon, or if it is, I don't think it was a useful dungeon. Yes, I don't know if the live stream will... Okay, my inventory is full crap. Let's get rid of things I don't need. Did I pick up the brown mushrooms? Good, I did. Let's pick up another red mushroom as well. And let's try to punch out a little bit more tall grass. See if we happen to get lucky and any slimes have spawned. I think I've got the seed set up to where it should be a full moon tonight. I guess we'll find out momentarily when I get a chance to kind of look over the horizon. There's going to be more swamp over here. So far... okay, here comes some monsters starting to spawn, and I'm going to really need to kill some sheep for mutton. Thank goodness for that now. And try not to get pummeled too badly by the skeleton. I just want to look over here briefly to see if there's any slimes who may have spawned in this little swamp area over here. It doesn't appear that there are. And so I think we're going to cook up a little bit more food and possibly circle back around. There's the temple. But I think the first priority right now is to get... Oh, here's an Enderman. We need an Ender Pearl. I'm going to go ahead and eat. I hope that I can kill this guy. Crap. Where did he go to? He could come at me from anywhere. Let's be ready. There he is. Okay. They seem to get lost a lot. This guy was chasing me, and now he's not, or he's going in circles, or I don't know where he's going. Hey, buddy. Where'd you go? Enderman is one of the biggest kind of random number generator, kind of like luck factors, and so it's important to get the Enderman when the opportunity arises. Hey, guy. Please drop an Ender Pearl. He did. Great. That's super lucky. Let's take a moment here, while it seems reasonably quiet, to cook up some of the mutton that we just got. Oh, right. I have food. I forgot about that. And we didn't get the mutton because my inventory was full. Let's take a moment then to cook up some iron, which will be useful for a number of things. Let's go ahead and make an iron pick, because I'm going to want that. I should have made shears, too. I can make shears in just a moment. Let's get a bucket on the bar, and let's craft a few more things. I need some mushroom stew. I will only make 2 of them. I'll hold on to one of the brown mushrooms. One of those mushroom stews I could eat. We got a bingo. That's nice, but I'm not going for bingo. I'm going for the blackout. We can make our fermented spider eye. I can't make cookies yet, but some of the resources for that will be right there. Let's go ahead and grab some shears really quickly. And if I kill another spider, I'm going to need a fish. Do I see a fern on the ground over here? Undoubtedly there'll be one. Yeah, here's one. Alright, so I got the fern. We need to kill another spider. I didn't realize I didn't get enough string yet, and so we definitely need to kill more spiders. I'll have enough of the cauldron in a moment. I need to go back and get near the swamp to see if some slimes are spawning. So I think that's my next priority. And the bread that I have should tide me over in terms of food. And this will continue to cook somewhere else in the future, so I can get my cauldron. So let's try to head back by swamps and hope... Hi, skeleton. Bye, skeleton. Hope that we get lucky enough, darn it, to find a slime, because that is definitely going to be the hardest thing. And I forgot to look. Is it a full moon phase? Yes, it is a full moon, and so that should help the slime spawning. And so I think I'm going to remove the slime ball from the card, or at least from the possibility of having it appear in seeded games, because I don't know an easy way to have the seed like always start you on a full moon. And so I manually did it with commands on my own. But it makes the game kind of very unfair and unbalanced if, you know, you happen to spawn in on a seed day where it's not giving you a full moon, and the fuller the moon is, the more slimes will spawn in a swamp. And so it's really important to have a full moon. Crap. Ouch. All right. I wanted to get the string. I think the string actually might still be there. So let me kill this guy and see if, yes, the string is here and I need it for a fishing rod. And I want to stay around here and possibly get slimes to spawn. Where should I stand to be within range of slime spawning, but far enough away that I can do some fishing? Here, let's do this. Can I pick that up? I cannot. Rats. I would like to get a lily pad, but my inventory is full of crap. In fact, I'm about to dump out a bucket here, probably. All right, I don't need that anymore. So let's drop that. And let's just... Do I have blocks? Yes, these are blocks. I don't need the shears anymore either. We'll just get a little ways out into the water. I can't really see anything. I don't even know if I'm on the bottom yet. There's the bottom. Just going to use some excess wood to make myself a little platform out here in the ocean that I can stand on. That'll be away from some mobs, but close enough to the swamp that we might see some slimes. But now I believe I have the string that I need in order to get the fishing rod, and so let's try to kill two birds with one stone, go fishing, and possibly try to see a slime spawn. And then we will update the card and see where we are at once again. But apart from the slime and the emerald that I still need to get out of the temple, as well as some things I need to get out of the jungle. Okay, delicious fish, great. I do not need the fishing rod anymore. I already got the ferns. I don't need that. The pumpkin seeds I've been trying to get rid of desperately. I don't need the bowls. And I no longer need spider eyes. And I don't need any gold for anything. So that is good in terms of doing that. Let's also go ahead and do that, just to clear out a little bit more inventory. And I still have a fair amount of wood, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's run past the swamp once again in the hopes of getting a slime ball. Any slimes? There's a creeper. You're not a slime. Let's knock down a few more of the tall grass plants here, or short grass, or whatever. Oh, I hear a baby zombie. That's not good for me. There's another zombie that's not good for me. Okay, the good news is... Oh, okay. Most mobs are not good once they get into water, but this guy managed to stay out of the water. Break a few more of these. I'm going to go to the other swamp that's over here. And if we still haven't seen a slime, I might try to bust into the temple really quick and see if we can find anything over there. And let's see, according to the game time, around 1200 will be 20 minutes when it should be becoming morning again. Okay, I don't hear any slimes, and I keep seeing creepers. Don't want the creepers. I'm going to take a risk and hop into... Oh boy. I hear... It sounds like a spider, like, inside here. Okay, so, like, right here. Yep. This time the chest did not spawn again. Interesting. I'm not sure why that sometimes happens. One time when I visited this place, there was a chest with an emerald in there. But then other times there have not been, and I'm not sure why that happens. Actually, while I'm over here right now, there are watermelons somewhere right around here. Let's go back and see if by any chance we had any slime spawn. Let's go once more through the swamp. I do know another place that I can get an emerald is kind of like a backup location for that. And so we'll check that out. I don't need any more spiders, and it might be becoming daylight enough that he's not going to be angry anyway. Any slimes? Alright, the slimes are going to be the bottleneck, it seems like. Or the thing that prevents me from getting a good time. But we'll circle around on the next night, I suppose. Okay, there's still a number of things we need to get out of the jungle. And so we're going to focus on that next. Going to try to heal up a little bit over here. There's a cow. I need to get 2 pieces of leather, one for a book and one for an item frame, I seem to recall. And so there'll be more cows further to the north in the jungle. There's my 2 pieces of leather. Let's go ahead and craft those things right now, because it's more that I can get out of my inventory. All right, and so the book is like this. Great. And the item frame will be like this. Great. And let's update the card once again. I still need to get melons and cocoa beans out of the jungle, so let's go ahead and do that. And let's also try to kill a few more cows to get some more good food that we can cook. And then I also need to cook the rest of the iron to get the, what do you call? I think I did hear a cow to the right. But usually there's some cows right over here, and I also know there's some watermelon over here, and here's a cocoa bean. All right, so there's my cocoa bean. There's watermelon right over here somewhere. Can't remember exactly where. And there's usually cows right around here too. Hey cows, moo cows, where you at? All right, apparently this is a portion of the seed that I've forgotten the finer details of. Sometimes the cows had spawned up in the trees too. Let's keep an eye out in the treetops. Well, pigs will give us some good food actually as well. So that'll work fine for that. And the watermelon, I thought at one point I saw the watermelon like out of the corner of my eye. But now I haven't seen it again. Is that a watermelon? That's a yellow flower. And I don't need more cows, really. I just need food, and we got some from the pigs. Alright, so if I were a watermelon, where would I be again? We were off to a pretty good start, and I was pretty happy that we got the Enderman, because that's one that can be hard to get. But now, I've gotten a little stuck. Can I see a watermelon from up here? Let's go ahead and make some cookies. That'll actually be more food that I can just nom on for the moment. And yeah, let's do one more trek through the crazy jungle. Try to get this watermelon. And then we're going to go downstairs below the swamp where the slimes failed to appear in order to get diamonds and lapis and a flint, assuming we haven't gotten a flint yet, and I don't think I've dug through any gravel yet. It really feels like the watermelon are in a different spot than they were last time. I wonder if there are still some things that are a little bit randomized in a seed. Even if you end up with the same terrain, I wonder if some of the very fine details can be different as a result of the seed mechanism, because I really thought that the watermelon were right here last time. All right, well, I've got watermelon on the card, and so I desperately need to find them, because it's the only way that I can complete this bingo card. So let's continue to search through other sections of the jungle in order to do that. I think that may be boring, and so I might do a little bit of fast forwarding right here as well. Here's watermelon. Okay. So I think at this point I have everything I need out of the jungle. And I think I have enough cookies that they will serve as sufficient food for the moment. Eventually it'd be nice to cook up some better food. So the next thing I'm going to do is... do I have enough wood? Yeah, I can afford to spare a little bit more wood on another boat, just to get across here more quickly. And I'm going to need a boat to get back to the other emerald at the end of this as well. And so, let's see. I want the boat to stay alive, so let's try to slow down and hop out of the boat and hope the boat doesn't crash into something so that I'll be able to get back into it. But while it's daytime now, let's go downstairs. In particular, I need to dig down right here. Yes, right here. We're going to fall into a ravine, but there's going to be water at the bottom of the ravine. And hopefully there won't be too many mobs. And actually, it would be good for me to have some more sticks, because I'm going to need to create some more torches. So let's do that really quick. I'll hold on to a little bit of coal. I think that'll be enough torches. And I've got a water bucket, which is good, because there's some lava there. Okay, let's hope the creeper doesn't fall on our head. Okay, he didn't. There's a skeleton dungeon over there, and so it would behoove us to get the heck out of here. Yeah, because here they come. Crap. Box in the bar. Okay. We closed him off. Let's get my crafting table again. Now I need to dig basically straight down here. We get into another cave. It also has some mobs, but that's okay. It looks like the cave ends, but actually it doesn't. Comes down here to where there's lapis. Oh, hello. Okay, my sword is getting pretty low. Here's lapis. And then there's also diamonds if I dig 19 blocks through this wall. Assuming I remembered how to count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure there's no creeper sneaking up behind me. And I've already got the iron pick, so I can already mine the diamonds, and I need 3 of them to make a diamond axe, which is one of the items on this card. And so they should be right over here. There they are. 1, 2, 3. Great. I need to pick them up. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's set down the crafting table. I've already made the sticks. So I can make a diamond axe. Great. I need to still get a flint, I do believe. Let me get the map back on here, and let me get some blocks on the bar. I haven't gotten a flint yet, right? Right. Okay, so let's go get the flint. I know where there's a flint over here. Or that is to say, I know where there's a big pile of gravel where I'll be able to get a flint. My sword is in really bad shape. There is a possibility it will expire during this fight with all these mobs who were unexpected. I did just get a bow. I don't think I really need a bow. I'm going to block some things off for just a second because I need to eat some food. And this might also be a good opportunity to just kill some guys like this. To make things a little bit easier. I'm going to finish eating my cookies, I think, so that I have other good food. And also just to get those things out of here. Okay, the sword is just barely hanging on. I can always switch to the pick if necessary. If the sword breaks, it just broke. So we use the pick to fight off the zombies. Actually, the axe is probably a good thing for that. I did just pick up a bow. Okay, that's nice. Here is all the gravel. So we'll get a flint out of this. We'll go back upstairs. Okay, I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. There's our flint. Great. While we're down here, let's see if we can drop off some other crap that I don't need to be carrying. Blocks could be useful. All right. Great. Let's try to go back up the way we came. We have to pass by a skeleton dungeon, and we need to pillar upwards. And so that combination of things will be a challenge. So we need to get a little bit lucky here in order to get back out the way we came in. But here's to hoping for the best. I'm going to pillar up over here. Oops, crap. Not quite in exactly the same spot. In the hopes of being farther away from the skeleton dungeon. Yeah, you can see the dungeon in the top left corner of the screen. You can see some of the mossy. And so now I have to get over to my hole and hope that no other skeletons have spawned on ledges over here. I don't see any. And hope that I have enough blocks to pillar back out. Okay, I think it's right here. Yeah. Great. And it should just be turning night, and so we'll have another chance to try to get our slimes out of this swamp. All right, so we're going to hang around here. attempt to find some slimes again. And yeah. See what happens. Guess I can possibly make even a few more spots for them to spawn, especially if I chop down the trees and get some of the vines to go away, maybe. I don't know if the vines, yeah, I guess they're kind of taking away air spaces right now. So let's do that. It should still be a waning gibbous moon, which will be fairly bright and still have a fairly high rate of slime spawning. There's the moon rising. And it would be really good for me to cook up some food and to craft a new sword, as well as the cauldron that I still need to get off of the card. I've got my 7 iron. So let's do that for a moment over here. I'm going to craft that. I'm going to put the furnace down here and start cooking some good food. Continue to eat my bad food. Look at the bingo card once again. And so we need the slime ball and the emerald are the only 2 things that we have left to get. So we're not in bad shape. Let's go ahead and craft another stone sword. I can't because I don't have any stone, nor do I have any iron. I have iron I can cook. So we will cook iron in just a moment. How much food am I likely to need? I will cook 1 more pork chop and then I'll switch to the iron to get another iron sword. And then we'll hope that we find some slimes. So we'll do that. I will want to have blocks on the bar, and so I'm going to switch to the good food. I do have a bow now, and so I'll get that on the bar. Once the iron cooks, I'll be able to make my sword. And then I do not need that. Oops. Trying to get that to fall in the ocean. Okay, great. Let's get an iron sword. Great. And I don't think I need a furnace anymore for anything, but I'll go ahead and grab it. And yeah, and now I have a bow in case that is useful. I've only got 5 arrows, I think I had. But now let's go wandering around looking for slimes. And possibly also trying to create a few more blocks where they might spawn as we go past. When the opportunity presents itself. And let's go ahead and chop down. I can't chop down this tree because I took my axe off the bar. Alright, I don't see any slimes spawning right over here, and if I'm standing too close, none of them will be able to spawn. So let's go over to this edge of the swamp, and then we'll go visit the other swamp area. And hope that at some point we get lucky enough to get a slime to spawn. Let's get rid of a little bit more of the clutter. It's taking up the air spots that are used by the spawning algorithm to start spawning mobs. Mob spawning always starts with an air block. So getting rid of the grass and having more air blocks means more spawn potential. Oh, there's a slime. It's only a little one, but we might get lucky. You want to give me a slime ball? Yes! Awesome. Okay, we got the slime ball. Now I can hop in my boat and head back to the other location that I happen to know that there's an emerald. There's an emerald in an extreme hills in the wall that's back over near where I got the enchanted book out of the minecart chest that you might not have even gotten a chance to see on the screen because I broke the minecart chest open and got like 4 items at once. I think I had a boat over here. Do I still? I do. Can I get into this boat and sail away? Sail away, sail away, sail away. Oh, except for I'm in the wrong portion of the water. Crap. Please don't break, boat. You broke. Great. I have enough water. Enough water. I have enough wood that I can make another boat, but I have to get away from the mobs first. Okay, I think over here will be enough time to make another boat. And I have wood for more crafting tables. Let's just hop in the boat. And let's go back to where we were before. And we might be able to do this in under 40 minutes, which is not an outstanding time, but it's not too bad. And now that I know that the emerald is so unreliable, I might change the route and pick up the emerald the first time I'm over here and just ignore the jungle temple, which might be a faster way to go. Feel free, by the way, to use this route if you decide to try to do a speed run of this particular seed or invent routes of your own. I spent a bunch of time in creative mode, just kind of flying around this world and looking at all of the dungeons and minecart chests to find various bits of rare loot that I was going to need, as well as using some commands to help locate things like things like what? Things like the diamonds and the lapis, which are hard to find underground sometimes. Okay, so right over here is where we went down last time. And I think I know how to get there, so we'll go down the same way. Yeah, here's my hole. And I still have some torches. So we're digging back down where we previously pillared up. Oops, that's just where we got the iron. We need to dig deeper. And did I leave any torchlight in here? Hopefully I did. Doesn't look like it. Let's do that. I won't need to come up again. I don't see any mobs immediately, so let's hope a creeper doesn't fall right on my head. If I go out here... Oh, it's very dark. If I go down here, and then dig through here... Crap. Yeah, like right over here. Crap. And then come over here. It's in the wall right here. Yes, great. Yeah, I should have just picked this up along the way. There's the emerald. 25 Mega Bingo with a score of 37 minutes and 14 seconds. Just so you know, I saw someone go for the basic bingo on this particular card. And they managed to do it in under 3 minutes. They got a bingo on this card in under 3 minutes. They ended up getting the bottom row using a very clever route right at spawn. There's a place where you can dig straight down and fall into a ravine mine shaft where there's some water that you can fall into to avoid the fall damage. And there happens to be some diamonds right down there. And so after you get a couple of things from upstairs, you can fall down into that mine shaft and do amazing things to get a very quick bingo on this card. But there's a blackout time. Once again, that is 37 minutes and 14 seconds. You're welcome to try to beat it. You're welcome to try to find your own route or use my route. I hope that you guys enjoy seeded Minecraft bingo. And I will see you again in the future with more. Bye-bye.